Hello and welcome back. This is Big City Stacking. I am your host, Ace Stacks, and today we are talking about the psychology of a stacker. Recently, I had a friend ask me, but why? Why stack precious metals? And I mean, there are several reasons, but I've compiled a small list of some commonalities that I think are the reason that stackers stack. So I'm going to go ahead and share my thoughts, and afterwards, you guys go ahead and let me know in the comments what you think about my about my I don't know assertions, my conclusions, my findings. So as far as I can tell, from my 3 years in the hobby, I think there are about some commonalities between stackers, and that's just what I'm going to put out for you today. The top and most key thing I think I've noticed among stackers is that they're concerned about the future. Not just the future, but their financial future. So, retirement, having money once you stop working, or having money when you need it available. All this is liquid. I can get rid of that with one trip to the store, the coin shop, and I'll have cash if I need it. So, I believe stackers are concerned about their financial future. It could be retirement that they want money for, it could be emergencies, and they know that they're not going to have cash if they just leave money in the bank account. Inflation is rising, which means the value of the dollar is tanking. So if you have money in metals, that generally are supposed to keep up with the rate of inflation. Ideally it does. Uh, and if you think about it this way, that gold and silver don't go up, it's the dollar that goes down. You want something that's going to maintain a little bit better as far as being a stacker. The stacker is a saver. Either they want to save or they suck at saving cash. So they're like, hey, if I buy this, I can't spend that impulsively. I can't just see something I want and buy something with that. If you could barter with people, but typically you're not just going to be able to go out and spend that without some planning, some advance, some extra steps. Those extra steps tend to help people save because they can't just spend all willy nilly. Maybe people suck at saving cash, and thus having this is a way to, hold on to your wealth a little bit better. Saving more than you spend is essential to financial success. The stacker wants to be prepared for any and every eventuality, honestly. Maybe they're worried about the collapse of the dollar and that it'll be, fiat cash is trash. There's nothing backing fiat except for the faith that we believe it all means something. You could be buying things with bottle caps if we all agreed to. If you find somebody that's also in the silver, you could barter for goods and services if there's no current. If the dollar dies and no one is accepting cash, you can always get something with silver. It's a thing of value. You can't trade a property for a bag of rice or toilet paper or bread or something like that. Using silver, the poor man's gold, could be a medium of exchange. It has been for thousands of years, and it could be again in the future. It's not a major one. It's more of an investment. But every time you invest in one of these pieces, that's a dollar you're not going to lose. Outside of the premium, it adds up. A stacker stack is an insurance policy. You never want to spend insurance, or we all have, like, if you own a home and you have like fire insurance, you don't want your house to burn down so you can use your insurance. But if it did, you have it and you can get whatever back because you had that insurance. That's how I see this. It's not to be used, but if I had to, I could. I don't want to get rid of any of this ever. I'd rather just pass this down to my kids. That's what I think of when I stack. Giving them something, and it's not on paper, so they can't be taxed for it. They're not going to declare any of this. Like, hey, government, I got like 10 silver bars from my dad. How much do I owe you? Why would you? Nobody knows you got this. Keep it to yourself. And that's why I'm talking to you guys, because I don't have friends and things that I can really, impress this upon. So I'm just trying to get the word out there to like-minded individuals. So you always want it, but you never want to have to need it. It's an insurance policy. So just to recap, if I wasn't clear at all, because I don't think I was. The stacker is concerned about his financial future. The stacker is a saver. The stacker wants to be prepared, and thus a stacker stack is an insurance policy. I think those are the commonalities that I've seen amongst stackers. But let me know what you think. The comment section is open, and as always, you're more than welcome. So that's it for this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, fly, Eagles, fly.